Ding 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 ding. Now, how about that for added production values, eh? Theme music. Sod the copyrights, let's go for it. Alright. Yeah, I know, what a load of rubbish I hear you all shouting. Here's a quickie for you tonight. Obviously, we do pack and stack of Play-Now. We do unboxing reviews, amongst other things. And not all my collection comes off the card. I like to collect pop art and culture series. This is the first quickie in hopefully a long line of them. I've got plenty to go at as usual. But I thought we'd start, being a Britishman, an Englishman at heart, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, fish and chips, tea and biscuits, coffee and cake, rain, mostly rain, some wind interspersed. I'd like to do something that's totally British, both in terms of the iconic James Bond, who seems to be loved the world over. Actually, not one of my favourite things. I didn't really get into the Bond thing until Daniel Craig came along. I thought the Bourne series of movies was meant to show James Bond how he should behave. You cannot get a 70-year-old plus Roger Moore walk into a bedroom and young ladies' clothes just fall off. It's ridiculous. It was very tongue-in-cheek and very comedy-orientated, I thought. That might offend some people. Yes, we know Sean Connery was fantastic, but it lost its way for me. Piers Brosnan, oh God, Roger Moore, I can't, Timothy Dalton, no thank you. But for me, the Bourne Identity made Bond up his game, and Daniel Craig came along and boom, I cannot get enough of the Bond movies. I own all the Daniel Craig era, and I'm looking forward to his new movie. I will even go to the pictures to see it, which is a first. But Daniel Craig and the Bond franchise as is today, wow, love it. Thank you, Bourne, the Bourne series, for making them up their game. Love it. So, with the tacky, badly hummed music out the way, Casino Royale. Daniel Craig period. And this is an Aston Martin DBS, another British icon. How do I know all this? It says so just there. But whether you can see that or not, there you go. This is my font of all knowledge. I read and I assimilate, copy and cheat. So this is the James Bond series, a small series, one of 5. Lovely, lovely British iconic car as well, the Aston Martin. Who don't love a Martin, really? And the older the better for me. But here we go. We'll do a quick run around of these. Again, that classic modern Aston Martin nose there that I think the Ford Mustang has borrowed somewhat. Aston Martin logo on the hood there, just visible. Little bit of tampo lights. Rather surprisingly, nothing at the back, as bland can be. Yeah, we know all this was Bond's car. Lovely, lovely wheels that tend to go with it for a change. Nice artwork. I'm sure most of you know this. I'm surprised that people who live in America, it all depends which county you live in, whether you get these things or not, because it's one message I'm consistently hearing is that, oh yeah, that's lovely, but we haven't seen that in my county or my local store, which amazes me. You think if there's a market for it, Mattel would be flogging it and making sure it's widely distributed. Hey, I'm sorry for those that can't get it. We don't get many in Britain. This was one that I saw and I pounced on straight away. All 5 pieces were there, so I took one of each. I'm not a scalper. I'm not into it. Anybody that would ruin our beautiful hobby for a little bit of profit, sorry, got no time for you. And it's not about first come, first served. It's about doing the decent thing. You are destroying honest people's love, the little bit of pleasure for some profit, and it disgusts me. I've got to say it. And if you're a scalper, then fine, keep it to yourself. I don't need to know. But leave good, honest people to find their little bits of pleasure, complete the sets, and stop spreading the misery, please. So, preaching done, 2 of 5 from the movie Diamonds Are Forever. And this one's a 71 Mustang Mark 1. What a beautiful casting. Again, the sort of, I wouldn't say I paid premium prices for these. These were about $2.99 each. A little bit of black detailing on the back there. Lovely wheels. Mark 1 just spelt out there. On a little bit of tampo work. Front indicator, rear indicators there. Simplistic detailing on the front. Lovely rich luster on the paint, but look at the shape of that. That is America and Mattel doing it right for an iconic piece. I'm not going to pretend who the hell drove this. I do not know. I'm assuming it was a baddie or one car that Mr. Bond would have subpoenaed on his way around the world again. But that, I love that casting more than I do the Aston Martin. They have got it so right. I just can't get over the shine, the styling, the casting's unblemished. I absolutely adore that. Well done, Mattel, and well done, America, for coming up with another icon. You've got a number in your arsenal, it has to be said. Piece number 3. Another fantastic piece of Americana. There's the 3 of 5 from the classic movie Goldfinger. And what we've got here is a 64 Lincoln Continental. Once again, an absolute monstrous car. No wonder they use them for presidents and VIPs. I wouldn't even as a guess what these things weigh. Never mind cost to running, petrol alone. Little bit of Continental styling on the rear pillar there. Continental picked out in a little tampo, sympathetic. Again, lovely, lustrous paint, high gloss. Lovely front grille. Lovely rear end without too much detail when it focuses. Too much going on in the background. And I tend to find this with my camera as well. I don't know whether you folks do. But if it's a nighttime shoot and I haven't got the natural daylight assisting me, the camera can take the autofocus to the background, but then it's my own fault for keeping the background busy. So there we go, piece number 3. Piece number 4, we are getting back to the Daniel Craig era again. And there we have the Aston Martin 1963 DB5. I think no matter what period of Bond you love, albeit all of them, this is probably the most iconic piece. The fact that they're still banging it out for the modern Bond shows you that this car is timeless. And there's that front end grille again that you see on the Ford Mustang or something very similar. And I like it. It's only right. I mean, is there anything such as originality nowadays? It's all a bit of recycling. So if you can pull a bit of that off the car and a bit of that off the car and make something beautiful. We all see similar things and slightly different things, but to me that front grille looks modern Ford Mustang to me. An absolute iconic piece. Lovely wheels again, multi-spoke. Nice casting, nice silver, a Starbase silver. That's what we tend to call that shade in England. And there we go, that's piece number 4. And to finish our little jolly off, I suppose the best love piece from the Roger Moore area is The Spy Who Loved Me. Austin Powers did a version of this, but we won't mention that. 5 of 5. And for me, the most highly detailed of all the cars in this 5 Series. Obviously, the Lotus Esprit SI that miraculously turned into a submarine and, well, worked supremely well. If you want to believe in that, then you believe in hobbits, dwarfs, pixies, fairies, Father Christmas, the Easter Bunny, the Birthday Bear, Jack Frost, and all that lot. But hey, good, entertaining nonsense. The classic white livery, the black stripe put down on that midline, the classic Esprit logo on the rear pillar. Again, disappointing front end, and I say that because when you turn it to the back end, just look at that detail there, look. Indicators, brake lights, reversing lights, and the license plate that even I can read with my eyes that says PPW 306R. That is a beautiful depiction of a Lotus Esprit, and if I was to uncard that, it'd be pointless because I've got 2 other castings the same, and I must have at least 5 or 6 colour variants of the Lotus Esprit. And again, Aston Martin and Lotus, 2 British icons. But then we've got these 2 beauties in the middle to readdress the balance, and we'll put him in the middle like that, tilt him back a bit, and that's the 5-car collection of various James Bond movies. Quick short one for you, just over 11 minutes, and we'll be doing this now and again series as a little filler when time allows, when I'm a little pushed, and we want to keep the entertainment and the relaxation rolling. If you've got this set, well done. It's just one of them things that appeared on a toy shop. One day I was the right time, the right place, basically. That's all I can say. Got there before the scalpers did and just said, thank you very much. I shall have one of each of them for a nice little collection. So like I say, there'll be more in this series coming. I hope you enjoy the shorter ones. From Big Sol, it's good night and bye-bye.